Well, it says unlisted. It says privacy unlisted. How do I change that? Oh, see, this is completely my bad the whole time. It was one button. Okay. Okay. So
Hmm.
now, when I refresh this, I can listen to us talk. Just talk at the same time as me, real quick. Just like talk
I'm
at the same
talking and
time.
you're
There you go.
listening, and
Yeah,
this is a test of audio. How does that sound?
pretty good. There we go. Now, when I refresh this, I can listen to us talk. Just talk at the same time as me, real quick. Just like talk
I'm
at
talking and
the same
you're
time. There you go.
listening, and
Yeah,
this is a test of audio. How does that sound?
pretty good. It's pretty good. There we go. Now, when I refresh this, I can listen to us talk. Just talk at the same time as me, real quick. Just like talk
I'm
at the same
talking and
at the same
you're
time. Close this
listening,
because it's
and
gonna drive me crazy. Okay. So we're doing our show. This is our show we do every month. This is movies with Malachi and Wade. Cool. This is the first moment of the show. Everything before didn't really happen. Okay, so how are you? How are you, Wade?
dude, I'm doing good, man.
Hell yeah.
I love. This is one of my favorite shows that I do. And this is episode. Wait, is this episode 4 now?
It's
Or
episode
3?
4. I thought it was episode 5 until I went back and triple checked. It's
Ah,
episode
okay,
4.
okay, yeah,
Yeah. And yeah, I look
yeah.
forward to this every single month. I woke up early today so I could watch the movie right before the show. So it's really fresh in my mind. Um, at the top of the show, I just um, wanted to do something, but oh yeah, let's figure out let's buffer out these kinks with the home run bases real quick. Okay,
I'm
so
glad you brought that up, because here's what I was feeling about our point system.
okay,
Because I was thinking, like, oh, does a recommendation, like, what did it counts as a base hit if you get if they have seen it, this and that, and then like home run and blah blah blah. I mean, maybe it's fun, but I just don't really. I realized I don't really care about this competition between me and you, or like scoring system. But I am interested in better scoring system or evaluation of the movies that we do watch,
okay,
because I want to, like, at the end of the year or something, we could do our top 3 of the year or something.
okay.
Um, but yeah, I don't know about the whole scoring system. I just, we can, if you're excited
No,
about it, we
no,
can
I
go
like
on about it.
I love the idea of us completely scrapping it 4 episodes in and making a new point system. I'm all for this. Um, so so then we need to score the movies somehow, but not in a way that's
Yeah,
like this is a good movie, this is a bad movie, right? We want to
yeah.
um
And I've had some thought on it, but maybe I'll develop it a little bit more, and we can kind of make it
okay.
official in the next one or something.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So basically, what I want to do is, so IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, all these different ranking systems, they do a scale of 1 to 10 or something.
Yeah.
But that's it. Just the movie was a 1 out of 10. But I feel like I want to break it down into, like, how was the story? Was the plot good? How was the um you know the visuals,
Like the
how was
aesthetic.
the, like, just breaking it down into its different
Yeah.
components. Like, was the actor's performance good? Was the music score, was how
Well,
was that?
and I really do like that because I would like if at the end of the year, instead of like grading movies on a scale of 1 to 10, if we chose like the best scene that we saw all year, or the best
Ooh,
role
we could
that
have
we
like our
saw
Academy
here.
Awards.
Yeah, like our own Academy Awards.
The Wade
So
and
like
Malachi Awards.
so maybe instead of grading the whole movie, we find like 5 aspects of the movie and we grade that criteria every time, you know? So it's like the leading role, how good did they do, or how did we feel about aesthetics? We could buff out the categories later, but I think that would be really good. I think that would be really cool.
Mm, yeah.
Because then at the end of
The
the year,
awards
the winner
ceremony.
or the loser could be the people that we watch and not one of us. And you were probably gonna win. Honestly, you're a point ahead of me, and I don't think I
Ah,
would have.
it's
I don't
not a
think I would have reached like.
contest.
Yeah, see, we don't need it to be a contest. It doesn't got to be competition. I don't. I
I
don't.
will say,
Neither of us strike me as too competitive either. So
oh yeah, I've never been.
neither.
Uh, but I was gonna say, like, having started this, I've honestly started watching movies differently. Um, like when I'm watching a good movie, I'm thinking, oh man, this would be a good recommendation, or like, I wonder what Malachi would think of this movie, or
Right.
yeah,
Right.
just and my list of recommendations just keeps growing and growing.
It's really like in effect exactly how you sort of described it before we started, is like it's a more efficient book club, where we could bust out three to well we bust out 12 movies a month. Well, 6 movies a
A
month.
year,
6 movies a month.
six.
So that's
Yeah,
72 movies a year we're going to end up discussing. Yeah.
yeah, you're doing math over there. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I had all the there. It's all written down in front of me. I'm just kidding. I don't have anything written down. Okay, so now
Which, yeah,
we should. Okay, so you got anything else to add before we move on to the movies from last month?
I'm ready.
Okay, cool.
Jump
So
in.
last month your suggestions were SLC Punk, Companion, and Basketball Diaries, and my suggestions were Holes, Pokemon, the first movie, and Superbad. Um, so which one did you end up watching?
For me, I watched Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all.
That's such a good movie.
When's the last time you've seen that movie?
Well, I'll be honest, the last time I saw it wasn't the original version. The last time I saw it was they have a version on Netflix that's a complete remake of the movie, but just in 3D. Like it's scene for scene
Oh,
the exact same movie. So that's the last time I saw it. So if there are any quirks about the animation, I don't remember it, but I did. I watched the 3D version. I was kind of disappointed that it was the exact same movie, but at the same time, I was like, well, at least they didn't make it worse. But yeah. So what, you have a
oh,
low rating of it, low review?
oh, well, yeah. I guess I'm going first, right? So I know what you watched, just based on what you hadn't seen.
Right.
I guess I was a little disappointed, or maybe just wanted to point out that they changed the theme song. But then also just overall, it was basically like a long TV episode. Like I remember growing up, it was more my brother, my older brother would watch it, and I would kind of watch over his shoulder. But I thought it was pretty ridiculous when Team Rocket poses as Vikings to like cross the
Yeah.
tumultuous storms. I thought it was pretty silly when they brought back the little bit from the cartoon, or I mean the TV show. The TV show where they're like, "Who's that Pokemon?"
Yeah.
So these like Pokemon are going through the evolution cloning machine, and it would pop up just the shadow, and they're like, "Oh, that's Psyduck." They're like, "Whatever."
Yeah.
I just
You're
have a note that
completely right
says
though.
"Brother Song." I thought it was Yeah, I don't know, cause like the plot, I feel like the whole plot of the movie could be described in one sentence. It was basically, the clone of this Pokemon becomes evil, and he's trying to kill everyone, and then it has a change of heart. End credits.
Yeah. Well,
But
and
but yeah, all the Pokemon were fighting, and there was this like, "You are my brother." It was like this ballad rock touching song, and it just didn't seem like it fit well. I was so weird. And then, oh man, I had a good laugh at the when the two Pikachus are fighting, and he's just like,
yeah, when they're slapping each other.
Pika, Pika, and just kept slapping him, and yeah, and it was the magic tears that brought Ash back to life in
Oh,
the end.
magic tear scene. I feel like I watched a movie in the last couple years that did that exact same thing. Can't remember what it was though. Uh, yeah, I think personally my favorite Pokemon movie is the third one, and I agree that the first one really comes across as a longer episode of the show. And I think that's probably why I like it because do you remember the first episode of the show when uh Ash gets attacked? He just gets Pikachu, and then he gets attacked by a bunch of birds, and then Pikachu like risks its life to save Ash. That's like the how the show starts. And I
Sounds
think it's really
familiar.
interesting how like because that I'm pretty sure that movie is right after the first season. So I feel like it's just really interesting to like come back to it and have a situation where it's like Ash is risking his life to save people, even if it isn't like quite the exact same thing. It's like a full circle thing.
Mm.
But the third movie is like way better. I'm holding that in my pocket for a different month.
All right, all right. Oh man, I was gonna say, oh shoot, where's my phone? Wonder if this will work. But so I was looking for where to find where I could watch this movie. See if you can see this. This is a picture of me at the library. I couldn't find it on streaming anywhere, and I was at the library for something else, and I was like, I wonder if this library has that DVD. But then I couldn't find our DVD player because we stream everything, and
Right.
so yeah, I went to the library just this morning and watched Pokemon.
You had to watch it at the library because you didn't have a DVD player?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah,
That is some dedication,
that's pretty
man.
fun.
I appreciate that. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. It's a, that's a movie that I watched when I was like 6 or 7. And it's like so deeply imprinted in me. I remember like one of my most, I was like, I've been very poor my whole life, but when I was a kid, I lived in like squalor. And so one of my like prized possessions was the VHS copy of Pokemon. So like deep personal nostalgic attachments to it. You telling the story back to me makes me feel a little embarrassed, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
It- Did you? I mean, did you grow up like playing the video game or the card game?
Uh, I had the cards. I didn't. I think I was like too young to understand like how the card game functioned. But I used to have the Game Boy game. But there was this thing where every time I had like something nice as a kid, like my mom did drugs and so did her boyfriend, so they would always just sell my shit. So I played it, but for a
Oh,
short period of time. I
yeah.
replayed it as an adult. I went back and retreaded everything that was taken from me as a child.
Nice,
Okay,
nice.
so
Well, yeah, you jump on and
yeah, let's
well, so you watch Companion.
yeah,
Let's hear what you.
and I just watched it this morning. I watched it with my wife, and it's a really good movie. I thought the scope was very limited for the world they built, and I feel like I didn't quite understand like the function of the sex bot, like whether like this company seemed to have been aware that their robots are that easy to hack. Like, I mean, maybe it could be like a commentary on like how companies don't give a fuck if like their products hurt you, but it just felt like they went in to tell a fun story without actually caring about like no cat, not right now. Without actually caring how the like the consistency of like the technology and the sci-fi that they constructed. You know, it was like a um um so like the robot after it gets completely reset and falls back in love with the falls in love with the guy this time, the guy robot Patrick or whatever. uh he remembers somehow that he was in love before, and it's like I get how this works narratively, but it doesn't work sci-fi like technology wise. But I was fine with all
Hmm.
that. I thought the whole movie being like a sort of like a metaphor for like how like a toxic man can trap you in the situation where you're like completely reliable and vulnerable to like every decision he makes, and the like violent retribution from abuse at the very end where she kills him by telling him turn off or go to bed. And um I thought that was like gratifying. I think if you carry like if you try to take it too seriously, I think it kind of falls apart under the pressure. But I think the movie is great. Like I really like the the idea of over like intellectualizing our technology, you know, and especially like in the days of AI becoming like stronger and
Hmm.
stronger every day. It's interesting to think about like where that line is for intelligence. And I mean, I know how like large language models work, and it's not like normal. It's not like real intelligence, and it's not like what's in the movie. But it's interesting to think about like a time where we can create something like that. And then also, I like uh, the abusive man getting what he deserved in it. I do think that everybody was kind of written very like they weren't complex characters. Like none of them were very thoughtful or like reactive to the situation. Like, and I know it was a hint at first because like after the dude dies, everybody's like doesn't give a fuck. But like then they reveal that the short guy, he didn't know, but he also didn't seem to give a fuck when the guy died. And it's like you're living at his house and he was just murdered. Why isn't everybody like panicking and running around? Like they're all like, "Well, okay, I'll go outside. I'll call the cops. You go ahead and tie her up." It was just so like underreactive on the guy who was supposed to not know anything side. But yeah, 9 out of 10.
Now I gotta ask because so when I watched it, I hadn't seen a preview or yeah a trailer,
I
and
did.
I didn't even know that she was a robot until that moment. She's covered in blood, you know, and then whatever the main guy, he's like, go to sleep,
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
yeah. The trailers unfortunately ruined
That's
that for
terrible.
me.
Man, see, I hadn't seen the trailer, but I wish they would have kept that
Yeah,
concealed, that
well, and
part of it.
you can totally make a trailer for that movie without revealing that, but they reveal that shit in
Yeah.
every trailer I saw. And I didn't want to see the trailers. I was just like randomly seeing them, and I was like, oh, well, I know she's a robot now. Uh, yeah, I agree completely with that. I think I would have liked the movie more if it was a shock to me and I didn't go in there already knowing the twist. What's interesting is like the director doesn't get to make the trailers, but they get to choose the trailer a lot of the time. And there's this director that I've followed for a long time from The Whitest Kids You Know, Zach Kreger. He made the movie Barbarian. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he made that
That's the
movie, and
one
it's like the one with like the freaky monster that lives like in the
in the basement or
yeah in the
something.
basement of the Airbnb. Well, he made that movie, and like he talks about how he got to choose the trailers, and he intentionally chose a trailer that didn't show that twist. And it like makes me wonder if like the director had like less of an input for the trailer, or if like he just didn't give a
Hmm.
fuck. Because I feel like when I learned that in the trailer, I was like, well, there has to be a second twist then. And the twist is that they intentionally used her to kill Sergey. But I feel like it doesn't hit as hard as when you figure out she's a robot, even though I knew that already, you know? Just. I think what's happening is it's trying to focus on your mic.
On my micro. Oh, I see. I see the video. Let's try
Yeah.
that.
It was seeing your lights on your mic move, and it was like, that's where he is.
I'm in focus.
Yeah.
Looking beautiful. Man, my eyelid, it just started swelling up the last couple of days. So it's
What's
been
that, an
annoying.
allergic reaction? Looks like you're wearing
I
rouge.
have no idea, man. It just started itching one day.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's on your
All
skin and
right.
not on your eyeball. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you want? Are we gonna alternate like we did last time?
Yeah. I'll go first. So for July. Now, man, see, I don't know if I really had a theme, but like I said, having started this, it's changed the way I watch movies. And these were all movies that I watched within the last month and like bumped my other recommendations because I just thought they were good and I thought it'd be fun. I don't know if you've seen these, but the first one, oh man, now this was a pretty good trailer. Speaking of trailers matching the movie, but there's this guy, he's like this bum on the streets. He's got like the end times sign and he's like, the world's gonna end, and everyone thinks he's just crazy, and this news reporter interviews him. So it's Angelina Jolie, a young sexy Angelina Jolie, and she goes up to this guy and she's like, hey, it sounds like you're able to predict the future. What do you say to that? And he's like, yeah, I can see the future. And so they're like, oh, okay, haha, who's gonna win the baseball game this weekend? He's like, oh, it's gonna be the New York Yankees or whatever. I don't know. Anything else for us? And he's like, you're gonna die next Thursday. And she's like, sorry, what? Okay. And she thinks he's kooky. That she's not gonna die? Come on. But then the baseball team wins the fucking game. They're like the oh, maybe it's football. Shit, I don't even know. But like, is he right? Is he a prophet? Can he foresee the future? Is she gonna die next Thursday? And so she kind of starts living as if any day is gonna be her last, and that she'll be okay with that. And there's love and um yeah, I don't know. Does she die? You'll have to watch to find
Oh
out.
wow.
That
That's the
movie is
whole plot of
called
the movie. Wow.
yeah, just a little teaser, but that's called Life or something like it. 2002 with Angelina Jolie.
Damn. Yeah, I've never heard of that, and that sounds very interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. It's like a real under the radar um, type of
Yeah, I thought it
movie.
was good, and I had not heard of it.
Okay, so my first one is it's like a what's a really good comparison? You know, like these 3 hour epic movies that are like a lot of the time it's like something like Lord of the Rings or something, but this is like a 3 hour epic set in like a Chicano gang, like a Mexican street gang that ends up in prison. And it's called Blood In, Blood Out. Have you ever heard of it?
I've not heard of it.
Okay, here I'll share a little.
I mean, I may have heard of it, but I've definitely not seen it.
Yeah, I don't have the trailer set up because I didn't want to do that this week, but I do have a little picture of it to sort of visualize it for a second.
Movie
But yeah,
poster or something.
yeah, it's a really good movie. This is one of my favorite movies, and I don't know what year it is, but um, oh, so this is the cover for it.
Mm, yeah.
And yeah, so basically the
Oh,
plot is
interesting.
there's like this white boy and he's got Mexican cousins and he's like closer to the Mexican side of his family because the his white dad is like a piece of shit like construction foreman type of guy, but his cousins, him and his cousins are real close, and they end up getting into like a gang dispute, and the white one goes to prison, and he ends up getting really wrapped into like the deeper parts of the stuff while they grow up and sort of get out of it. And it's just like a very emotional story. It's very good. And it's like an epic. Like if you ever watch it, it takes 3 hours to watch the movie. So definitely set aside a day to watch that one. But yeah,
It's over 2.5 hours. You just like that's the day for you.
yeah,
Day spent
yeah. Oh, for
to
me,
prepare for it.
I'm checking the mail and watching Blood In, Blood Out and going to sleep.
Let me check my schedule. All right, all right. Okay, so my next recommendation, we have the fabulous Val Kilmer, and a very young. So this is a throwback. This came out in 1985. Val Kilmer, and he is a freaky genius, dude. He was the first of his class, and he's like he's wacky, man. Like he's smart, but he's weird. And this guy bumps into him in college, and he's got like all the wackiest weird inventions. Um but yeah, basically there's this guy wants to manipulate college students into designing his space laser, his death ray. You're dead, assassinated. And he's tricking these college students. He's like, hey, yeah, come on, keep working on your thesis, which is this secret laser. But then the dude hacks the laser and it's his revenge. I won't reveal the secret or how he wins over this whole evil person. But yeah, that one's called Real Genius, 1985.
Real genius. Wow, never heard of that either.
Yeah, maybe I wonder what the trailer's like, but I want to say I don't want to give anything away. That's what I got to do
Yeah.
next time. I'm going to make a note to myself. I'm going to watch the trailer for the movie and see if that gives anything away because I love a good twist. I
Yeah.
love seeing something you didn't expect. So,
Yeah, both of the plots so far you've pitched are ridiculous. I've never heard of a movie like either of these, so pretty excited. I would honestly, I probably will go back and watch both of these regardless of which one I watch this month. Um, okay, so I I I didn't transition this thing right when I showed the last thing, so I'm gonna try to do this without fucking it up. But my next suggestion is sort of like a. It's. Have you ever heard of Guy Ritchie?
hey, Richie.
He's a British director, but he's like the British.
Mm,
He does movies that are sort of like Coen Brothers movies. Like that's the vibe I would describe them as. And this one,
yeah, no, yeah.
so like like uh, Burn After Reading or
Wait, are you trying to share a picture or something?
yeah, I'm sharing a picture of
Okay,
Yeah.
because I don't see.
You don't see it?
Maybe I should pull up. What's it? Who's? What are you trying to find?
Uh, it's just it's called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Um, but it's very good. It's basically like um a few, like, it's four different groups of like criminals that all end up interacting with each other and getting like accidentally wrapped up in each other's bullshit, and like just hilarity and like chaos ensues. It's like
Hmm.
a it's it's like a very gritty, funny movie. It's not like a comedy. It's more um,
Okay.
like what do they, like a comedy of tragedy, I guess is what you would call it. But yeah, it's very good. Um, I've watched it one time, so I can't recite the. I actually had to go to the Wikipedia to make sure I was thinking of the right movie, but I know the general gist of it, and it is a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had, well, because there was another movie that my sister always mentioned to me by Guy Ritchie that I was worried I was getting the names mixed up. That's because I've only seen it once. Okay, your turn.
All right. Whoa. Shit. Okay. Let's talk in 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, so my last recommendation, man, it's like so incredibly. It is my one of my top favorite movies of all time, and I just recently saw this. Apparently, it's been a classic since 1985. But you might be familiar with the theme song. Ah, la 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 la. La 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 la. Ah, Brazil.
Brazil.
Because um I don't know that there was any connection to like the country. I'm like, why the fuck? I'm sure there's some secret message as to why it's called Brazil, but anyway, has a young Robert De Niro who is the secret like vigilante HVAC repair guy. But man, it's like it's just a
Oh, God's
satire of
name.
a satire. Like it takes this future-topia hellscape um and like megalopolis, and it just makes a cartoon of that, and it's amazing. But then
Yeah.
he also, the main guy, he's having dreams. He's having these wild dreams about he's flying around. He's got these beautiful wings, and he's fighting this evil samurai to save his love. And this is all because his HVAC system broke down. Something like that, I think.
Wow.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah, this looks bananas.
If you don't pick it this month, I mean, you should at least watch it sometime
Yeah.
in your life. Like a must see.
Wow. Yeah, I'm amazed I've never heard of any of these movies. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm definitely gonna watch that.
So all three of the ones I recommended you hadn't seen, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
I
Yeah.
and you're 2 for 2
Yeah.
so
So
far.
we'll see. We'll see if you've seen this last one. I mean, it's kind of up in the air whether you've seen it. It's an American favorite, but this is sort of like an anti-recommendation in a way. Not saying that you shouldn't watch it, but that, like, I don't think this is a good movie at all. And I think it's like one of John Carpenter's worst movies, and I really don't understand why it's so popular other than like the metaphor and the symbology with it, but like the film itself just sucks. Like, it's called They Live. Have you ever heard of They Live?
I do not think so.
Well, it's very interesting. And I think it's still worth the watch if you've never seen it, but it's definitely should be low on your priorities to watch. It's Rowdy Roddy Piper, the old wrestler, playing like a action hero, where and like the plot is he like discovers, I can't remember exactly how he gets these
Wait,
glasses,
so
but he
they're
gets,
these like robot skeleton faces?
yeah, well, he gets these
Yeah.
glasses, and they allow him to see that society is like overcome by these, like, I can't remember if they're aliens or something like that, but I think they're aliens, but like uh, they're just like these other beings that aren't humans but pretend to be humans, and you can tell
The,
that they're not humans when you wear the glasses. And there's like a whole like commentary on like the media and advertising and all that kind of stuff, but it's like it's delivered in such a fashion that is it makes it seem like it's a parody of itself. Like it's hard to take seriously, and the only people that do take it seriously are like weirdos who really love the like idea of like, oh, I can see the fakes and the real people, like, you know, and there are like NPCs among us, you know, there are like conspiracy theorists that love this fucking movie. Um, but it's like bad. Like watching it's astounding that like it has an 8.8 it has an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes, or an 8.7. I can't remember if it goes to 100 or 10, but it has like a B score, but it's not that good of a movie, especially for a director like John Carpenter, who did like Halloween and The Thing and stuff, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it looked pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But you tell me not to see it?
I think it's good to watch. It's just not a good movie. It's like what's a what's another I don't know. It's like if The Matrix was bad. So like you could see the value in still watching it, right? If like The Matrix had all the aesthetics it has, like
Oh,
with like
something
a
like
similar world, but it was just a bad movie.
mhm.
Yeah.
Something that like really impacted culture in a
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Exactly.
Watching for historical content or
Yeah.
like to learn something. But
To understand like the analysis of like a critical person of like media in like the late 80s. So I don't know. And the cultural impact it has with conspiracies nowadays is like huge. Like there's so many times where um, people will like quote this scene where Rowdy Roddy Piper is wrestling with this guy that he's trying to put the glasses onto, so the guy can see the world for what it really is. And it's like metaphorically and on paper the scene sounds really cool, but it's like 4 minutes of silent wrestling between two men, like in a concrete like alleyway, like fighting like not like they're good fighters, and it's very awkward and uncomfortable, and there's just the metaphor is there, and it's like obvious and it's on the nose, but like in doing that it makes the movie so much worse. But it's like it's good for a laugh. It's good for a laugh, but I don't think that's what it was intended for exactly.
it makes me, or it reminds me of New Guy with Ryan Reynolds. Have you seen that? But he's got these like magical glasses that helps him see
No, I've never seen
the.
that.
Oh man, that's a really good one. That's an extra bonus one.
Yeah,
New
there's the
Guy.
bonus secret movie.
Um, but he realizes he's in a video game, like he's a video game character or something like that. Shit, I can't remember if who's real or who's in a video game. I think he's just a video game character. He's like an NPC who wakes up. He like puts these glasses on and sees all the other players, and he's like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
I
okay.
am just a video game." And yeah, an NPC who like learns free will or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's that's something they're going to be railing on for a while with this AI stuff. People are just like so fascinated with thinking robots right now. We've always been, but it's just like there's a lot of money behind it now.
Well, oh, let's see. Should we, right as we wrap up, I'll just summarize my recommendations one more time for July. Right, yeah, July. Life or Something Like It with Angelina Jolie. We got Real Genius and Brazil.
And my recommendations are Blood In, Blood Out, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and They Live. So, July's a good month for movies. What's a movie that's out right now that you're excited to watch? A new movie?
Well, shit. Honestly, there were a couple days ago. I was like, man, wonder what's playing in theaters right now, and there wasn't anything I wanted to watch. I don't know. It's like I couldn't believe it.
I think I really want to watch Sinners. That's the movies I've been seeing a lot of people
Oh yeah.
praising, but it's
See,
not in
that
theaters
was one that
anymore,
I've
is
been
it?
wanting to see, but yeah, it just left theaters. Hmm.
Mm.
Right. Oh.
Okay, well that was a good show. Uh, we'll talk a little bit after this, but bye everybody. Thank you for
Well,